For most of us currently, we look at relationships as a means to an end. You see, we look at relationships as fucked up, like literally they're dysfunctional. They don't work anymore. So we look at relationships as a problem instead of looking at ourselves as the problem. The relationships are not a problem. Relationships have never been a problem. In fact, relationships are a very good part of your self-awareness journey. That's what most people don't understand. Relationships are like a mirror for you to, to look into yourself. Because it is through relationships that you're going to work on your triggers. It is through relationships that you're going to work on the unresolved pain, on the unresolved trauma. Because now you're seeing your partner as a mirror. But for most of us, we don't see it like that. And it's not that it is our fault. No, like we've grown up in a society whereby what we see coming from relationship is basically dysfunctional. So it's really, really discouraging a lot of people. For most of us, we avoid relationship by focusing solely on the possibility of them not working out, rather than addressing the underlying reason, the real core reason as to why they might fail. And this mindset creates a cycle of avoidance and fear, hence preventing individuals from building meaningful or authentic connections. Relationships have never been a problem. Relationships have never been a problem at all. The main reason or the real reason why relationships fail is because of personal unresolved traumas, such like the fear of vulnerability, past traumas, or unhealthy patterns inherited from previous experiences. Either your own experience in being in a relationship, you are in a dysfunctional relationship, or you grew up around an environment that was dysfunctional. So based on those past experiences, now you have the fear that, hey, relationships can't be functional. Now, instead of dealing with the real issue, instead of dealing with the root cause, facing it, most people avoid and then generalize relationships as inherently problematic. Bro, relationships are not problematic. It is your avoidance. It is you avoiding to deal with the root cause, dealing with yourself. You are the problem in that relationship. But the dynamic of a relationship is not a problem at all. But when we keep on seeing relationship as a problem, now that leads to stagnation in our emotional growth. Bro, that's why most of us are emotionally immature. Because we see relationship as a problem instead of seeing ourselves as the problem, not the relationship. This avoidance stems from fear of abandonment, fear of being hurt, fear of betrayal, and all that is reinforced by our unresolved traumas, whether it's personal or observed from others. Still unresolved traumas. Like, for example, if you grew up in a dysfunctional family, you will subconsciously believe that relationships are doomed to fail. Subconsciously, not that relationships are a problem, but what you observed growing up. You'll be like, nope, relationships are actually just messed up. Relationships are fucked up. Hence, what do? You end up avoiding relationships entirely. Because of that fear, you're like, nope, I've never seen a functional relationship. Why the fuck should I indulge myself in a relationship? What is this functional you're talking about? Relationships are just fucked up. Relationships are just unhealthy. That comes from your unresolved trauma, your unresolved childhood trauma, what you observed. Then now you generalize every relationship. You forget yourself that you need to play a role in the dynamics of a relationship. On the other hand, it can be a personal past experience. Maybe you were in a relationship and then you got character developed. Bro, you got heartbroken. Now you avoid relationships because you are afraid of repeating that pain. So you see, in that case, you're not even dealing with the real issue. You're basically running away from the real issue. Maybe you are the issue. It doesn't matter whether it's the other person who messed up and you left. No. By the time they messed up and that broke you, you saw the signs kutoka kitambo, but you didn't look into them. There was no introspection. So now you are avoiding relationships as a whole because you are afraid of repeating that pain again. Instead of just embracing it and learning from that past experience, you run away from it. And when you approach it like that, this approach basically overlooks the fact that these traumas, these fears are internal issues that actually require healing. They are not external threats posed by the relationship itself. No. All these issues are internal and they require healing. They don't require blame games. They don't require avoiding. They require you facing them head on. Face yourself. Relationships are not a problem. You are the problem. So heal, my people. Heal so that you can break this cycle, Shift your focus from avoidance to self-awareness and healing. Stop running away from yourself. Stop running away from your own demons. Heal. Instead of blaming relationship as a whole, it's very important to understand your personal triggers, your patterns, your fears, the things that prevent you from having a healthy connection or authentic connection. Work through your unresolved traumas, cultivate emotional resilience so that you can approach relationships with a clearer perspective, not out of fear. Heal, my people. Heal so that you can navigate challenges more effectively and create room for deeper connection, deeper and healthy connections, rather than avoiding them altogether. Heal, my people. Heal.